Okay, so no, I am gonna stream my last wormhole attempt. You get 3 a day if you're on the adventure plan. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a decent run, not because of any fault of my own, I just would have got kicked out of both of my allowable runs, so at least I've got one more. I haven't died, so I've still got my ship restorations, so... Right, yes, hello, welcome to the stream. It's my third stream this morning, my third attempt at a wormhole. Both of them, first one I clicked on going to chaotic and the game crashed. And the next one I went into chaotic and got a little bit done and the game crashed. So I've restarted my device now, and I also upped the graphics settings, or rather set them back to default, which is like medium graphics, medium visual effects, normal number of ships, anti-aliasing on. For war, I change it over and set the number of ships to high, but otherwise graphics settings go to low, and that, like, if you don't do that in war, then it uses so much resource that the stream dies and it becomes harder to interact and stuff. But I actually find the interface and the whole game on the low graphics settings is just juddery and laggy and doesn't perform as well as when you have it on higher graphics settings. It's like it's trying to do the graphics, and it generally does a pretty darn good job. It's much smoother. The animations are smoother. Normally, when you lower graphic settings on like computers and stuff, I'm used to it like higher FPS and smoother gameplay, less like juddering of like character animations pausing and stuff. But on this, like ship turns, like there's a noticeable pause as it's turning and stuff like that. Periodically, if you've got it on low graphic settings, you know. So I don't enjoy playing on low graphic settings long term, but I do it for the war. It does help in those situations. In that, when you might have hundreds and hundreds of players. But for solo play, graphics go back up because it's just runs better, runs more smoothly, has like. On those settings, it feels like you're in a war anyway. There's a longer response time when you click on a button, and the less frames that it's animating, it feels like you're running a laggy game that can't run well on a system. So lowering your graphics settings does not improve your experience in this game. Plenty of times where I've had an underspec PC and I don't care about running it on minimal graphics settings because it's the game that I want to play, not the visuals that I want to experience. But low graphic settings on this game actually makes the experience worse. Not just less pretty, but less smooth. Target location. It's the smoothness that I want. I think maybe it's something to do with like hardware OpenGL, or it might not try and use some graphics card features that my graphics card supports, so it might be better for you if your phone doesn't support the more advanced graphic features, but
target commencing.
I don't know.
Target engaged.
Outside of situations with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of players, like, so you need about like 300 to 400 to start getting like some noticeable lag.
Starting warp engine.
Yes, we go for the buff sites.
Commencing.
We're going again. The third time. We've got 2 in our first zone.
Target location.
Let's do lots of hunting on the last 2 runs. This one, I'm still not a massive fan of. I can normally get it done, but you change your sword order to name. get your positioning right so that you can see all the beacons correctly. Okay, so what have we got? I don't see this often.
Target
Doing
engaged.
this when I've started to see the solutions a little bit better. I don't think I've got this one very well. Time consuming. Yeah, this is not
Target
a config which
engaged.
I'm going to get nicely done or anything. So it's just too difficult. Let's see.
Target
Maybe
engaged.
if we do that and then do that.
Target engaged.
Then we can do that.
Target engaged.
And that.
Target engaged.
Now we got them all lit. Hurrah. Change our sort order back to distance. Wait for him. Try and pay attention to what we get. I don't remember. Velocity. So it's the ship volume. That's it. Yeah, ship volume factor. Minus 20%. Makes you harder to hit.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location. Commencing!
Okay, definitely want this one.
Approaching target.
You're not actually approaching the target, though, are you? There we go. Thank you.
Target engaged. Auto combat activated.
I do not like being a sitting duck.
Target locked on. Approaching target. Auto combat D. Starting warp engine.
So I kind of want to share a video to Facebook, which is why I am
Commencing warp.
going to, like that, save the merchant, you get
Arrived at
8%
target.
more damage that you do, and you take 8% less. So I want to put a video on Facebook so people can see what I'm doing. It's for anyone who's not.
Target auto combat activated.
So you can go into the next zone.
Approaching
Go
target.
through more areas of regulated space where you can't get killed by players, which is nice.
Target
But the
engaged.
enemies are a little bit tougher, but the rewards are not quite as nice. But because chaotic space is more challenging, and you don't get very many sites that give you buffs, make you tougher in chaotic space, you might want to burn through some regulated space first. No buffs in this
Starting
one.
warp
And the main
engine.
reason I'm in regulated space is buffs,
Commencing
especially
warp.
since I haven't managed to get a decent chaotic runoff today. I kicked out both times, which is annoying.
Arrived at target location.
You don't log back in it, you log back in out in regular space,
combat
and you have
activated.
used your wormhole entry for the day.
target. Approaching target. Target engaged.
I mean, the nice thing about it logging it, you end up like back in regular space in a random position after you, like,
Starting warp engine.
if you're in regular space in the first place, I'm pretty sure you still end up in a random position in the solar system
Commencing
and log back on. It makes it much safer.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing! If you get kicked out in combat,
Approaching target.
is this 12-kilometer weapon range? If it is, that's probably enough.
Target engaged.
Unless we fluff it up. We can definitely do this one because 5.15 is not. That is probably enough. I'm going to go into the next regulated zone. We've not been in here too long.
Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Commencing!
Auto combat activated. Approaching target.
Very slow.
Target engaged. Starting warp engine. Commencing warp.
Blimey. Actually, I think some of the buff votes on
Arrived
this one.
at target
Good
location.
chance of
Commencing.
duplicates. Okay, this guy gives you, well, depends what you do.
Approaching target.
He wants to know who causes students' deaths. You can blame one of two choices. I've been choosing Marsden. I'm pretty sure with Jackman, even if you kill him really quickly,
Auto combat
you have to
activated.
wait until his ship power timer runs out, which makes it a little bit more time consuming, like 10 seconds or so, than it is to kill Marsden. If you say it's him, then I think he lowers your environmental influence. From the wormhole. I can't get him through that, I only don't do it. The guide said not to do it. But otherwise it gives you plus 200% shield recovery rate.
Auto combat deact. Starting warp engine.
Which is like a nice to have little passive.
Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Commencing!
Now this one we already did in the last zone. The bonuses do not stack.
Starting
And
warp
it's not
engine.
taken. It's not disappeared the thing. So we know we don't want to go R2, but I was expecting
Commencing warp.
Professor Stewart to disappear. So hopefully Professor Stewart is K3, but I could be wrong.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing!
If there's nothing here. No, there's nothing here. So this was Professor Stewart. Now we need to move on.
Starting warp
Normally they
engine.
disappear off a list, but not this time.
Commencing warp.
And up to 6.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing!
What do we got here? Okay. Done this, but he gives us 12-kilometer weapon range if I remember rightly, so I'm going to skip it and do a couple of regular events.
Starting warp engine.
Because I have time left.
Commencing warp.
So, we've only got 2 events in here, so I can probably get them done before I move to chaotic.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing!
Unless they're really long, lengthy ones. Oh, sorry, I'll do it.
Auto combat activated. Target locked on.
Okay, now that it's coming to me, I'm going to start moving straight on to the next one while it's dying. Start heading to the next route.
Target locked on.
Start heading to the next route.
Approaching target. Target locked on.
Start heading to the last route. It doesn't have to take too long if you don't mind doing a bit of manual piloting.
Target locked on. Approaching target.
Probably wouldn't, I don't know. I'll give it a go next time I'm in chaotic.
Auto combat D. Starting warp engine.
I did claim those rewards, yes I did.
Commencing warp.
Just have a peek. I'm pretty sure I didn't get any rare signals at any point.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing!
Oh, these guys we can do. I tend to take the
Target
hunters
locked
first
on.
on this.
Auto combat
I think the
activated.
hunters do a bit more damage. But I'm not sure, but, you know. It looks like it's that hunter that's got some sort of AoE. I don't know what it does, but...
Target locked on.
This is where you get like an advantage from that weapon range. Where if you don't rush into combat, you can take a couple of before they can hit you back. Next lot normally start out like 30 kilometers away. Oh, not quite that far. Okay, now don't kill the guard first. Go for the patrols. Guards have more armor. They take longer. If you go for the patrols, you'll have less DPS. I might just take out the guard while you're killing the others. Now the third wave normally spawns right on top of it. See how low our energy is, and it's primarily the distortion effect. Because we're up to quite a high level of it now.
Target engaged.
Distortion effect 8. We definitely need to make a move. This might be an awkward Star Traveler fight. I'll get my energy charge going first. Chaotic
Auto
space,
combat D. Starting
where
warp
you can get
engine.
killed by other players too. Fun times.
Commencing warp. location.
Commencing.
Now my plan is like when I'm in my tier 2 ship and I'm on the
Auto
next level of
combat
wormhole,
activated.
I'll occasionally pop into the level below with a more of a PvP config. So I won't need all my items purely for my own longevity and attack factor or whatever. So I'll be able to take a warp disruptor and go in for PvP purposes.
Approaching target.
But I want my ship to be able to cope with the enemies quite easily in order to do that. Someone else might rock up on me during a fight, and I'll just be able to warp jam them and take them out without worrying about the other guys. But in here, where like the enemies are a bit of a challenge at my current level, then I don't want to really do PvP. So that means that like when I'm in deadly wormholes, which is the toughest one, I'll go and do critical wormholes when I want to PvP. Right.
Starting warp engine.
Oh, that one was
Commencing
really
warp.
close. 261 kilometers. You never start off that close.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing.
Target
Pretty sure this is
engaged.
the Assassinate Sahakiel one. There's differences in the dialogue that you get from this dude. Yeah.
Target locked. Auto combat activated.
Sometimes it goes down pretty easy. Sometimes it takes a while. Obviously, there's 5 of them, so you can get through some of your shields. You don't really get. Normally, you've got to go back to the base to collect the rewards anyway. There's not normally any particular downtime. I'm pretty sure doing this variant is a little quicker than the ones that spawn one at a time and have a minimum like 1.5 minute timer, but as soon as we get this guy down, the others will just disappear.
Approaching target. Approaching target.
And hopefully we'll have most of our shields back by the time we get there.
Target engaged.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm comfortable enough to go on to the next one.
Auto combat starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Commencing.
That one takes a while. Is it doing they're not
Starting
disappearing
warp
thing
engine.
again? Z6.
Commencing
Well,
warp.
L9 we don't want to do. It should disappear, but it might not.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing.
Yeah, L6 is the one we just did, so Z9. L9 and Z6 are off the menu.
Starting warp engine. Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
Commencing.
This one takes a long time as well, so Z9, L6 and C6 are all off the menu. Yeah.
Starting warp engine.
Trying V8 and then Y5.
Commencing
Have a bit of
warp.
a duff set of ones that take ages.
Arrived at target location.
Commencing.
Y5, V8. Okay, I will do this one. I'm pretty sure.
Target locked on.
Like, he sounds like support.
Auto
So
combat activated.
might recharge any shields, so I kind of think. I noticed the ones that are like the biggest pain gone completely out of energy. Which sucks.
Approaching
It
target.
takes some recovery time. Luckily we don't have heavy distortion effect yet. I probably shouldn't have used that, I didn't need it. I've got the passive shield bonus. Well,
Target
might not be enough
engaged.
energy, but our energy recharger is nearly ready. Technician, another energy drainer. Hurrah. Oh, I activated my screen way too soon, they're not in range. Well, the striker's in range. Maybe it'll come in useful. I might have been wrong about that technician having energy drain. I have been wrong before, once or twice. A day,
Approaching target.
this time we go.
Approaching target. Target engaged.
I got, I'm pretty sure this security. No, it wasn't. Security guard didn't have that.
Target locked on.
Guards last, they take a while. Better to do them when you've already taken out the other guys.
Target engaged.
Okay, we didn't want to do Wi-Fi, so we'll hop on into the next section
starting
of
warp
Chaotic Space.
engine.
Nice, we are getting a good run. I'm going to have to get in the habit of restarting my phone before I play in the morning. Restart it before war, because like restarting your device is pretty much the only way to clean up your Android. Well,
Arrived at target location.
Windows too. Don't blame Android.
Auto combat activated.
Neither of them like have perfect memory management and cleanup. Yeah, you can see these guys are a bit more painful in Chaotic Space. I don't really need to activate my energy recharge because I'll get a fresh load in the next sector. I'm not going to wait around a full 30 seconds. We'll see.
Target engaged.
If you go through a gate when you've activated your shield, you will come out with whatever shield it would have regenerated while you were waiting. So you can just hit it and go, and you'll get whatever you would have got anyway. And it'll refresh your cooldown and reset your energy level, so. Okay, now in this one, okay, no points of interest or clues, which is a bit of a shame. If there was one, we could do it straight away, because we are already on distortion.
Commencing
5. You probably won't finish and clean up this game, but we've already got a better run than the last few. So ignore H2, it takes a long time.
Starting warp engine.
Have a look at our cargo.
Commencing warp.
And we got a couple of blue wormhole supplies.
Commencing.
Nice, we haven't got any blue encrypted boxes yet.
Target locked on. Auto combat activated.
Around 10 kilometers after my screen, if I'm doing proper attack work. And then when I start taking damage, I activate my shield generator, recharger. There are shield generators. They generate a huge amount of temporary shield, but they have a really long cooldown. They're good in emergencies, but not good for repeated sustained fights, because it'll take, it won't be back up in time to use it again. I'm not going to use my special, I'll save it for a nice chunk off the next group.
Approaching target.
Again, start working on the
Approaching
cooldowns.
target.
I'm not in such a rush that I'm going to use my thruster and burn all my energy. Another set of 2 patrols in the guard. Activate screen, activate super.
Target locked on.
Started taking damage, activate shield, charger. Control, take out the guard, take your energy, because you're going to need it for the next fight. Minimize downtime, get that standard shield charger going, and we should actually be fine.
Approaching
Just move straight on
target.
to the last fight. Definitely will be. Because it's going to take, I'm going to use some energy and get there quicker. Not use my shield. Afterburners are quite energy intensive.
Target engaged.
We should be okay, we can get a guard cooldown. Engineers in range, activate screen, activate super. Taking damage, activate charging. Low on energy, well not that low, but keep that energy coming. Then we're starting to get recovery time required after the fights because of our energy level being quite low. That is distortion effect in action. We're going up to 7.
Target engaged.
I might be able to get one more event in. It kind of depends what event it is a little bit.
Auto combat deact. Starting warp engine.
Was H2 the one we didn't want to do?
Commencing warp. Arrived at target location.
They often disappear as soon as you've done them, but this is okay. This is a nice reward, but it might be real tough. I'm going to get ready to run in case it doesn't work out, but I'm going to try it.
Auto combat activated.
I'm not going to use my thruster to get closer. I'm going to be energy conservative because it's not going to be fun at this stage of the wormhole. Activate that early. Now I can't tank them, so I need to take them out. Unfortunately, it's a bit harder to take them out because my wingman will pretty much guarantee to stay on the warehouse. I wish he wouldn't. Because it lowers the time that I get to recover in between rounds, and yeah, it's a little bit tough. Another round of energy. Oh, see, I'm out of energy. This is. I'm going to turn auto combat off. Give myself some recovery time.
Orbiting target.
I think if I get. I'm going to be on distortion effect 8.
Auto combat
I'll
activated.
stay ready to run. the exit. Nice and close. Next round of guards should arrive soon.
Target found.
Might have been a mistake to activate my shield charger then. That means I haven't got much energy from my guns, but we're going to see how things go. Wanted to get the shield charger in while I still had the energy for it, rather than blowing it all on guns. And it looks like it's worked out okay. I am not gonna
Orbiting target.
orbit a bit closer than that, please.
Orbiting target.
I'm gonna let my wingman work on that while I get some energy back for the fighting the greedy adventure at the end. We should be able to get this event done before. So this is like a full run, which is nice. Activate energy, hit shield recharger, and resume firing. I probably should have saved that for the adventure. Oh good, it didn't go off.
Approaching target.
And he'll appear to fight me for it. Not going to hit my shield charger. I'll use my auto because I want the energy for the guns in this case. Right, we got it. Awesome.
Target engaged.
And we're on distortion effect 9, but that's a bit too heavy for me. As you saw, that fight was
Auto combat D starting warp
having
engine.
to wait and be strategic. But finally, got a good run. Get any blue encrypted boxes?
Arrived at target location.
No.
Commencing!
I did get 4 blue wormhole supplies. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoopsie.
Starting warp engine.
Habit of going to chaotic space. I wanted the exit.
Arrived at target location.
So finally, a decent run where I didn't get kicked out. I could have had 3 decent runs
Target
today if I'd been
engaged.
luckier. Back to normal space, back to the station. That's the game I'm playing now. Great to be able to play it. My PC's not up to scratch for playing games. This one's a mobile game, and you can get a decent mobile for a lot less than you can get a decent PC.
Starting warp engine.
Farewell, folks. That'll do for a mini stream. It's probably fairly long still. About half an hour for a wormhole run. 40 minutes. That is a good wormhole. Bye, folks.
Arrived at target.